How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to be taking a look at a new music player that I got. A company sent me this. Previously I did check out the GotechoD M1, I think it was, and that was a really nice music player, I think. Well, after that review, a company goes by the name of GotechoD or GotechoD. And they reached out to me and they sent me this, but I'm not being paid to do this review. This is my personal opinion, my honest opinion, but they did send me this free of charge just to review it. So let's go ahead and quickly take a look around it. I've got my notes down here, just the pros and cons, and we'll just get this over with. Now the front, you've got a small display, and this is probably one of the best displays I've seen on these music players because of how much space that it uses, and I'll show you why. Now down here it's got touch sensitive buttons which actually light up when you touch them, so that's quite cool. Now at the bottom you got the headphone jack, you got the power button, and you've got the micro USB for charging. On the left side you got the micro SD card slot which goes up to, well, they say it supports up to 128 gigs. I'm using a 64 gig memory card in here, so that works fine. Now on the right side you got a microphone button, and then you've got a lock button, and then you got the microphones on top. Now this music player also has a built-in speaker right at the back, which isn't really great, but it's actually nice to have one. So let's go ahead and turn it on. We'll start off with the first pro, and that is the build quality. Now here's the funny thing, as these Chinese music players go, you have the power switch which actually cuts off the circuit to the battery, and then you've got the lock button which is actually the power switch. See if I get that in focus. I'll just go ahead and jump into the settings, and I'll go ahead and turn the display brightness up so you can actually see that. So that's on max, and it's a nice little display. Okay, so the first pro is the build quality. Now this thing is made completely out of metal. Press that, it's gonna lock it, it's gonna put it to sleep. And now this thing is made completely out of metal. It feels absolutely like a tank. It feels like a tank. This is 10 out of 10 with the build quality. Another pro is the design. So I like the design. It's kind of like the AGP tech music player. It's got a really nice design on it. I definitely like this. Third pro is the use of display. So as you can see, this is the main menu. So I could press the middle button here. And I mean, look at all these options you have on this display. Now I've seen all the other music players, even my daily driver that I use as my main music player doesn't use this, doesn't have this kind of layout. So I mean, the screen is small, right? But this fits so much into it, which is what I really like. And I think every company should do this. They're all after design and stuff like that instead of actually productivity. So this is definitely right. I mean, just look at how many options you've got in just one screen. If I was to go on to my music, the music, oops, oh yeah, this is the settings. Okay, so I'm back into music, all songs, nope, go into the card folders. This is obviously separate, just like with all the other music players I've seen. So it has built-in 8 gigs of storage, but it's also got this thing, and then you obviously have your music. I mean, just look at how many there are over here, so it's quite nice to have this kind of stuff. Definitely nice. And now another good thing is that it actually reads tags. So if we go back into, now it's reading the tags of the title name and everything of the music file. It's not showing the file names or anything. It's actually reading the tags. So if I go into artist, it's actually reading, all the tags. So it's got which is really nice. A lot of the cheap music players don't do that either. Now another good thing is that it has a lot of features. So if I go back into the menu, I mean, you got a radio, you got photo, movie, record, ebook, and all this kind of nonsense, which I don't think is quite useful on a music player, but it's got but the other thing is it has a decent file format support. So it supports MP3, AAC, FLAC, Wave, and I forgot the others, but I don't think anybody else uses them. So it's a lossless player. It uses FLAC, but recently what I've done is converted all my FLAC for mobile use to AAC. So if I go into here, so all this music that I've got right now on it is AAC. So it's gonna play it, speaker at the back, and it should come on. So the volume is low, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to hear it if you got headphones on. So I'll just make it good. But of course, I don't want to get copyright. So it plays music. Now it does display album art, I think, if you have an album art, but I've converted all these to AAC. So it just kind of got rid of those, so it doesn't have that. Now one of the funny things about this music player is the battery life. Now when I was charging this, it didn't stop charging for some weird reason. Maybe it just takes too long to charge. But it says that it takes 3 hours to charge, but it actually lasts about 80 hours. Now I haven't been able to kill the battery ever since I charged it. It hasn't even gone down. So there's that, 80 hours of battery life, which is perfect for the music player. And now as far as the power goes, the amplifier inside it is nice. It's got decent power for powering, your earbuds. Well, it's going to power all of them. And when it comes to headphones, I think you're going to be limited to 150 ohms max, but even that is actually pushing it a bit. So for portable use, you're not gonna really go for high impedance headphones and stuff. Okay, so the sound quality is also good, so it sounds kind of nice. And the other thing is it's cheap, so this is just under £30. That is it, just £30. And for that, comparing to the Victor M1, I think this is better in a way, as in that sounds better when it comes to the quality and stuff. But the thing is that costs about £63. It's just on a deal for £20. But this one is actually £30, so it's much cheaper. It's like half the price. It sounds fine, and it's also quite cheap, so that's nice. So let's get into the negatives. That's all the good stuff. It's a really simple music player. I'll just go ahead and shout them out. So it doesn't stop charging, or at least it takes a long time to charge. Now when it's turned off and locked, you can't really use the money buttons. When it's in your pocket, you want to quickly change the track, you can't do that. Well, it's touch sensitive, isn't it? So it's not gonna really be able to do that anyways. But you can't really use it. I don't think the Victor M1 was allowed you to do that, so that's kind of funny. This is one of the things that I think is absolutely critical when it comes to music players, and they all miss that out. The My Daily Driver has this. So My Daily Driver, as a music player, is the Shanling M1 hooked up to the Chord Mojo, and when I have it in my pocket, I just do that, press a button, and it just goes to the next track, which all of these doors seem to do. Now, one of the deal breakers, kind of not a deal breaker, is the operating system. So let's go ahead and play the track, and I don't know if you can see the buttons actually light up. There you can see it. Let's go ahead and go next. Okay, the operating system is really, really slow. One thing I don't like about this. And now it's on the next song. Go forward. Now I'm guessing it's because of the memory card I'm using. It's either that, or it's the fact that I'm using AAC and it kind of uses a lot of power to decode it or something weird like that. I don't know what's really making it slow, but I mean, when you're playing music, I have a feeling it is just the memory card. So it's just a bit slow on my side. Now another bad thing is, and I'm gonna have to say this, it has too many features. So when it comes to music players, you're not going to watch movies on it. It's a small screen, it's really low resolution and stuff. You'll probably listen to radio, but you're not going to record anything on it, and you're not going to look at pictures on this thing. It does have file manager, I'm seeing that, so let's go ahead and check this out. Yeah, I think it just might be the memory card. I might be using a class 4 or something. But it is a bit slow on this side, so honestly, there's that. But my phone isn't really as slow as this, so that's the funny thing. Yeah, it should be the. It's also got 8 gigs of storage built in, so you can load your music onto that if you have a really small library. But it has all these features which you're not gonna really use, and I think it's kind of redundant to have all these. So whatever. Now, one of the meh thing is, this could be taken as a good thing or a bad thing, is the buttons. Now they light up, which is a good thing. So as you can see, they do light up as I press them and stuff. But the thing is, you can't use them in the dark. So when you're in the dark, you can't see them. So you don't know really where you're pressing until you press it, then it actually lights up. And another kind of mad thing is that it's actually heavy. So I can go ahead and press the lock button and it's gonna turn off. Goodbye, it says. And but the power button is down here, so I don't know what the heck's going on. It's just design, I guess. So it's a bit heavy because obviously the build quality is made out of complete metal. Now the speaker at the back is tinny, but it actually gets quite loud. It's kind of okay, but it doesn't really sound all that good. yeah, that's basically it. This music player in a nutshell. I think it's a really nice music player. I mean, it's really simple, especially the way that the operating system looks is kind of nice. It does have shuffle. Maybe if I go into radio, I might just please it. So it might have an antenna inside, yeah. Maybe it's just the operating system that is a bit slow. Whoa, it's not stopping, what the heck? Alright, okay, whatever. FM radio don't seem to work because they only picked up the US and I'm in Europe, so good tough luck. So it's a really simple music player. I think it's worth it for the price. Make sure you check it out. The link is going to be in the description if you want to go buy it. The sound quality is nice and it lasts 80 hours on battery life. Again, I haven't really been able to kill that. But I've been listening to obviously music on this thing. So you have to kind of switch to the memory card, I think, and then you can kind of see thingy all populate. So, but it kind of works the same as every other music player, I think. Even my daily driver works the same as this. So you got some classical. Okay, so I think it is the memory card is just being a little bit slow, but yeah, definitely can copyright for that. So I'll leave the video here. I really do like the music player. The design is really nice. I have nothing really to say about it. It's just one of those music players. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to go check it out. If you have any questions about this, let me know in the comment section below. And before I say I'll see you guys in another video, I just want to kind of say that there's a lot of Chinese companies who kind of take kits and they just put their name on it. So I think this is one of those music players that they just like get as a kit and they just build it up and they put their names on it and they give it to you and they say it's theirs. Because a lot of the other companies have the exact same music player on sale, and the one if you look at the Amazon listing, this thing doesn't have this written here, so it's all just plain. So they just rub that down name out and funny stuff like that. Whatever. So yeah, definitely it's missing Bluetooth. I would have had that. If it did have that, it would have been nice. Because I've got this Bluetooth speaker that I want to use. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Anyways, I'll see you guys in another video.